Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth from MbGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this fun Let's Resin beehive jar. It is so super cute. There's a little bee on the top, that's the lid, and then on the jar it has little bees on it. It's adorable. So the good thing about these molds with Let's Resin is they tell you how many ounces. So for the jar itself, it's 7 ounces. And for the lid, it's 1.7 ounces. We'll just say 2. That's 9 ounces. I'm going to mix up 10 ounces just to be safe. And today we're going to be using Rolio Aurelian Yellow. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but it's a really pretty yellow. And then the Let's Resin Raw, it says RORAL Gold. Roral Gold, or I don't know. Anyway, gold from Let's Resin. I was thinking about doing 3 colors, that extra, like I was thinking of doing 4 ounces of the gold, 4 ounces of the yellow, and then a couple ounces of this diamond white. I think that's what I'm going to do, just to mix it up a little bit. I know there's probably not white in beehives, but whatever, it's okay. They're probably brown for all I know. But that's what we're going to do. So I am going to be using the Let's Resin 1-to-1 epoxy resin, the part A and part B. I'm also going to be using the Let's Resin mini mixer because we're going to be doing 10 ounces. So 5 ounces of part A, 5 ounces of part B, mixing it up. And I will be diluting my mica powder in some alcohol, so I'll be back to do that. But I'm going to get my resin mixing and we'll go from there. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we're going to take the gold, which is not open. I did not realize that. Sorry about that. Let me just open that real quick. And let me get a little spoon, make it a little bit easier. This, we're going to do 4 ounces of the gold. Oh, I have my spoon upside down. Oh my, what a way to start. 2. I didn't get much in that first spoonful. Let's make sure this is enough. That should be enough. Okay, that's our gold. And then we're going to take our yellow. Please be open. Of course it's not open. So sorry. By the way, this is a cool little, it comes, sometimes you get it with mica powder. And let me show you in case you haven't seen this. But you just poke it in, go around the side, kind of turn the bottle, and it comes undone for you very easily. Well, not always easily, but most of the time easily. All right, look at this beautiful yellow for our beehive. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay, there's our yellow. So 4 ounces of gold in the resin, 4 ounces for the yellow. Let me move these over here so I can put them away. And then the diamond white will just have 2 ounces and use just a little bit in the project. Just for some, I don't know, just because it's diamond white and I love it so much. All right, so we're going to take our alcohol and you just put a very little bit in here, just enough to dissolve the powder. And you can see it dissolves very easily. Awesome. That way, when you pour your resin in, you don't have to worry about unmixed mica powder. So we'll do the same with the yellow. Just a very little bit. And then just get it dissolved. I like to stir it around and make sure that it's fully dissolved. You can just kind of shake your cup around, I suppose. Oh, so that you don't do what I just did. And there's our yellow. And finally, our gold. and we will dissolve our gold. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so we've got our mica powders ready. Now I'm just going to wait for my resin to get mixed up. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and I will pour the resin into my mica powder, and then I got to put it through the bubble remover, which my bubble remover, it's a 10-minute cycle. So after that's done, we'll be ready to pour, and we'll be back. Okay, we've got our resin is ready, and it's out of the bubble remover. I've let it sit for a little while because I wanted it to get somewhat warm, because I'm not going to use glue, but we are going to just marble it, I guess, back and forth between the colors. So let's get started. Let me start with the lid. Let me turn this around like that. And we will, there's this adorable little bee, and there's these wings down in here. So I kind of want to see what we can do here. I kind of just want the gold in there. See if we can fill it up with just the gold. I don't know. Other resin might get down in there too, but I'm going to attempt to squeeze these wings a little bit. They're kind of tough. Oh, I think I did get a little bubble out. And let me get a dotting tool. I got a little one here. And just kind of poke around down in there a little bit. There's just a tiny hole that goes into the wings. So I'm not even sure if I'm really getting in there okay, but we're trying. I just think this jar mold is so darn cute. Do any of you have this mold? I'll pour a little bit also, and then a little bit of the white, and a little bit of the yellow up around the edges maybe. And speaking of the edges, I do want to take my dotting tool and go around those edges. So let's do that. Luckily, you can see through the mold. So a lot of times you can, if you're looking, you can kind of see if there's any little bubbles up in there. And you just are trying to dislodge them. Like there, I don't know if you can see, but there's one right here. And I'm moving it around, and I'm just trying to get it out. There it is. We got it out. You want to get it out from the edge there because they're trapped, under that silicone. And so we're freeing the bubbles, free little bubbles, free, so we can pop you. So I usually go around it a couple times, just really trying to make sure that we don't have any bubbles. Now it doesn't, I still get bubbles every now and then up along here, but just try to do your best. That's all we can do. And the good thing is, if you do get a bubble, typically you can use a little bit of bonding UV resin and fill it in. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world or anything if you get, I've had big ones where maybe I forgot to go up underneath and it's like a gaping hole. And I just filled it in with UV resin, with the bonding UV resin. I mean, you could probably use regular UV resin also. I don't see why you couldn't. I just like the bonding because it cures within like 10 seconds, it's really fast. Okay. Let's top this off now. All right. Okay. I'm going to kind of move this over slightly, and we're going to bring in our actual beehive, and we will, first spray with alcohol. Just kind of make sure we get all in the nooks and crannies down in here. These little bees on the sides. I definitely want a little bit of alcohol in them just to help prevent, we're doing the best we can to help prevent any bubbles. Here we go. No pattern or anything, I'm just pouring. That gold and the yellow are very similar. I mean, I can tell the difference in real life here, but I think that's why I'm happy that I chose a little bit of white just to give it more, I don't know, more of a variance in the colors, you know, if that makes any sense. This is definitely going to be a really fun one to decorate. I got to start thinking about what I want to do with it. Well, I guess I got time because I got to wait for it to cure, so we've got all kinds of time to figure that out. I've made one of these before, and I hope my lid isn't shaped funny, and I posted it on TikTok, maybe Instagram. By the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's MbGray Designs. So just like my YouTube channel. So pretty easy. I'd appreciate it. But I do post, especially on TikTok, a lot of my projects that I post over there are like a week or two before they're on YouTube because I'm that far ahead on filming. Ooh, I almost dropped that. That would not have been good. Man, I hope we have enough. I made 10, and according to Let's Resin, it would have only taken 8.9 ounces. So you'd think 10 ounces would be plenty. So let's hope so. If not, we'll have to make some more up, which is not a huge deal, but you know, you kind of prefer to have it all made at once. And actually, I made a little bit more than that. I made closer to 11 ounces. So certainly this is, I think we're going to be fine. I don't even think I'm going in the same order. That's okay. It's all going to kind of go together inside the jar. I hope we'll see the white. I did wait a little bit. Like I said, I didn't use any glue, but I waited for the resin to somewhat warm up, thinking that'll help keep the colors separated. But I don't know. I'm still new, still learning, and resin kind of likes to do what it likes to do. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, we're going to have enough for sure. We're almost there. We're going to have a little bit of extra, so I'm going to have to figure out something. Here we go. We're at the top. Just top that off with the gold. Okie dokie. Looking good. Oh, actually, I think I'll a little bit more gold in this one. There we go. Please don't flow over. I think we're domed really well. What do I got? Like maybe a half an ounce of the white. Another half an ounce. And close to an ounce. So I've got maybe just under 2 ounces of resin remaining. So let's see here. What can we do? This is the hard part where I got to figure it out. I'll be back to find an extra mold for us to use. Okay, I've got these cute little bears. These came from Michelle from Glitznglitter. This also came from her. These are handmade molds. This is a beautiful butterfly that we'll do. And then if we have enough, we'll do this bow, which is so super cute as like a little embellishment. So one thing I did learn that I didn't know, but I know it's true because it happened to me, is with handmade molds, it's helpful to put them on paper towel Otherwise, if you're using a silicone mat, because it can kind of bubble up your mat a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind that or anything, but yeah. So hopefully we can see, okay? All right, let's start with the butterfly because I for sure want the butterfly. So let me squirt that, and let's use a little bit of the gold. And my resin's definitely getting thick now. And then I want to use a little bit of the white. So it'll be a white and gold butterfly. I think that'll be really super pretty. And this does not take much at all. I'll let that flow. That's looking pretty good. Let's make a yellow bear. Maybe we can make one in each color. How's that sound? Make a little yellow one. These don't take very much either. A very little bit. Perfect for your extras. And then a gold one. It's so coming out so slow. Getting real thick. So while we're doing this, don't forget that in my description box, a couple important things. I now have, at the time of this filming, I have 4 coupon codes. Rolio, Jdiction, Bond Crafter, and oh, the resin, oh, what's it called? Resin Express box, I think. Rolio is 15% off, so you save some money. Use my coupon code, please. That would be great. And then Bond Crafter is 12%, and I think Jdiction is 10%, and the Resin Mold Express box, I can't remember, but it might be 10. I don't remember, but I have it listed in my description box telling you all that. So yeah, and then the other thing in my description box is my email. So if you ever have a custom order or you're interested in purchasing one of my demos, because I really do need to sell these because I don't, I don't have room in my house for everything I make, then please feel free to email me. Or if you just want to say hi, feel free to email me. It's also in my description box. All right, let's do our bow. I'm going to start with white on the bow. I kind of wanted just white, but I don't know that I'll have enough of just the white. So it looks like we're probably going to have to marble in maybe the gold or yellow with it. There's quite a bit of white, and that's touching the silicone, so that's good. That'll show first. And if I scrape it, that'll help too. Let me get my spatula. Yeah, I was so happy that these companies were willing to work with me to provide me a coupon code for my audience. I thought that was awesome. Since I took a long break from YouTube and am just kind of starting back, I wasn't sure. But they've been great. They've gotten back to me really quick, and I thought that was fantastic. Now, I do have communications out to Let's Resin and Into Resin, but again, at the time of this filming, which today is February 20th, I have not heard back from them yet. So, but if I do hear back, I'll update the description box if they provide any coupon codes as well, for sure. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And I used the Rolio one last night myself. It works. Ooh, goodness. It works on the Rolio website, not on Amazon. So I did want to make that clear, just so you know. Okay, you know what? I need to squirt that, and then let's put some of the yellow behind the white. I don't know what this will look like. Wonder if this would be too heavy to make into a little barrette. That would be a cute barrette, the bow. let me take my dotting tool and let's just kind of, two purposes, kind of mix that resin up and then also go around these edges for any bubbles. We shall see. While I got I actually want a smaller one. I'm going to go around the edges of our butterfly. Just kind of poke around in there, make sure if any bubbles are trapped, we can get them. And our teddy bears. I think I can top this gold one off a little bit. I really don't want to poke around too much in the white one. That's pretty domed there. Okay, let me get this gold and see if we can get a couple more drops in here. Oh, what am I doing, boy? Uh-oh. that might flow over. We'll see. Okay, that's about as good as it can get. We did pretty well with our extras. I do have this adorable jar mold, and there's a lid for it also that I'm working on filling up with the drippings. So I'll just put the rest in here. Yeah, and maybe when this is full, we'll do a giveaway and give that away. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? And what I'm going to do is just kind of go around, make sure I clean up on these molds. I see a little bit of a mess here on the bow. Just kind of clean these up, watch for bubbles, do a little bit of babysitting, and then I will turn my heat pad on, and we'll be back after it cures. We'll do the demold. Okay, we are ready to demold. Let's start off with our cute little teddy bears. These are so adorable. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so cute. That's the gold one. This is the yellow. And this is that beautiful diamond white. So pretty. All right, let's see how our bow turned out. These are still warm. I got to be careful. Ooh, they're a little bit trimming, but I actually like it. I like the white in there and with mixed in with the yellow. I think it looks really good. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. Nice, nice, nice. Now the butterfly. This butterfly is so pretty. Oh, that looks good with the gold and the white. That's pretty. Little bit of overpour, but that's easy enough to get off. So not a big deal. Okay, perfect. Let's move this out of the way. All right, let's hope our lid doesn't have any holes from bubbles around the edge here. So we'll kind of examine that first. Oh, looks good. Looks good. Awesome. Okay, we got to get this bee out. Oh, and the wings. This is still warm. So this does make me a little nervous. Oh, goodness. Oh, I broke the wing. Oh, I should have known better. Oh, no. Let me see if I can get the other one out. I broke a wing. I'm hoping it's a clean break and we can just glue it on. I need to be more patient. It is a clean break. Yeah, it goes like that. So there's the lid. The lid looks really good. No bubbles. We will fix the little bee's wing. Not a problem. It'll be fine. I can use bonding UV or, super glue or something really strong like that. So it should be totally fine. I should have known better because in this mold, I mean, the wing part is not very soft and it probably needs to be, harder than the rest of it. You probably definitely want to wait. If you have this mold, wait until it's completely cool. So that was completely my fault. I don't think it would have broke otherwise. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but we'll fix it. It's fixable, so that's the good thing, you know? Not a big deal. This is all wet. Makes it slippery to hold on to. There we go. We're just, you can see we're loosening up that suction. I probably should have squirted in those wings. That's what I probably should have done, because this works really well. Getting everything unsuctioned. I don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean, right? Now I think we'll be able to get this demolded here. You know, one thing I noticed with this, and this is the mold, unfortunately it has this weird bend in the shape, so that does affect right there. It's just, I made one of these already in the past, and it's just the mold. The mold's like that. I'm sorry, I got to bring this up close to me. It was just too hard to get a hold without using my body. There we go. All right. Ooh, I'm loving the color though. It is definitely honey bee colored. Yeah, what do you think? You know, I have actually colored hot glue, specifically where you can make drips, you know, and I have honey like yellow to make like, I might try that on this. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But you see the bottom. Now this does need to be trimmed, but see how the shape is a little off. Yep, that's the mold. I may have to get another one of these molds because it's super cute, but I still think it turned out really cute. We'll decorate it up, and the lid fits, so we're good there. So that's good. So we need to fix the wing for sure. We can do that, and we'll decorate it up and embellish our little extras here. I don't know what I'll do to the teddy bears. They're so cute the way they are. But we'll do a little bit of embellishing, and then we will be back for the final reveal. All right, everyone, see you in a moment. All right, are we ready for the final reveal? So I just made all these into magnets. We've got our bow, and I just like to put the rhinestones on, and they look so cute on there. And here's the beautiful butterfly. And then these cute little teddy bears. They're so adorable. Look how cute they are. And then here is our bee jar. I went ahead and glued the wing back on. You can't even tell. So that worked out. And I just painted with a acrylic marker some black stripes and his little eyes, and put some rhinestones around the lid. And then for the jar, I just painted the little bees with gold metallic marker, and then put just 3 sections of rhinestones. And that's all. So there we go. But I don't know if you remember me telling you the mold, it has that indentation in it. It's a deformed mold. I am going to get a new one from Let's Resin, but you know, so it does deform the jar a little bit. So it probably looks more like a real beehive, right? Because they're not perfectly circular, I guess. But regardless, I thought it turned out super cute. I hope you like it. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. I really appreciate your time. And don't forget, I have a bunch of coupon codes in the description box. So save yourself some money. All right, we will see you soon. Thank you so much for your time. Bye, everyone. How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.